Again, we've got an old shaped vehicle here, as it were.
Yep.
The Astras, again, have been around a long time, maybe not quite as long as the Escort. When was this model of the Astra introduced?
This particular shape, which they've only just changed recently, this one was actually introduced in November 1993.
And again, I mean, how do they sell compared to the new ones?
A very, very good seller. The only thing you can say about the new one is they're obviously a lot more modern in shape. They've come a long way. They're a revolution compared to this particular model, and they do sell very well, the new models, but there again, it's a new vehicle, so that's expected. But these are tried and tested, a very, very reliable car indeed, and a good seller for us as well. This particular model is the Astra 1.6 16-valve GLS 5-door. This would have cost circa around about £15,000 when it was new, and we've actually only just sold this one for £5,400.
What sort of differential in price is there between this at a P-Reg one for £5,500 and the latest shape Astras?
The latest shape one now, you're looking at something around about a 1998 S-plate is when they were launched. If you looked at maybe a 1.6 LS now, that would probably cost you in the regions, I would expect somewhere around about £9,700. So there's quite a good price differential between the two.
Now, the one thing you notice about the Astra in comparison to the Escort is that it seems to have better quality build inside. It feels chunky, it feels more solid. It was introduced in, what, about 1990, these particular models. So again, they've been around a long time, 8 years before the new Astra came in. Now, the new Astra is a revelation on the road, not least in part due to Lotus engineers getting hold of the chassis and really tuning it and coming up with an excellent driver's car in the shape of the new Astra. This model Astra, unfortunately, doesn't have any of that, and that's probably its biggest letdown. The cabin as well is pretty bland, similar to the Escorts. Lots of nice bits on this particular top-of-the-range GLS model. But again, you tend to think if only more thought had gone into cars like the Escort and the Astra, they really would be excellent value, small to medium-sized family cars. Although the Astra is by no means a bad car, in the same way that the Escort has been shown up by the Focus, the 98-99 new style Astra has also shown up its predecessor. They're well made and durable, come in hatchback, saloons, estates and cabriolets with very little that seems to go wrong when properly looked after. Early versions would be available from late 1991 on a J-plate. A 1.4 hatch 3-door in immaculate condition should cost around £2,100. This P-Reg 1.6 GLS around £5,500, and one of the last of these shape cars, like a 2-litre Sport, would retail for around £8,500. There are also lots of special edition models that had extra equipment and which make good value vehicles. Now, with these sort of small, medium-sized cars, they are comparatively cheap to buy, and that means they're cheap to run generally, cheap to insure, they don't use too much petrol, they're not thirsty cars. And also, if you're into do-it-yourself maintenance, if you want to change the oil and the plugs and the filters and all that sort of gubbins, you can do it. Not too many electronic components in these sort of cars. You're not going to get hung up on that sort of things, and if there is something, well, you can nip around to your local garage, they will do it, they won't charge you an arm and a leg like some of the main dealers can do.